Alright guys, what's up? So let's continue with gameplay of the Avowed. And should be alive. One, two, 1, 2. Waiting. Waiting to load, actually. And here we go. I was on to the last part. We know the Sapadal is because of the Dream Scourge.
You take lead.
Okay, need to go up there. And yeah, let's move. Almost there.
We see you! Invade in the ghost!
Good fight.
Where these guys went? Like everybody running from here. Having Cat, thanks for stopping by. I probably at the end of the game, so...
Well, you can't say that Solace isn't taking things seriously. At least, not now.
We need.
And then what? Start over with nothing? We'd be beggars in this street.
Something happened here already.
He's not the one I'm worried. He's not the one I'm worried about. Someone's going.
Saka, you're right. Okay, let's talk to the others. Speak a messenger. Sure, keep us going. I knew it. The moment I saw that the deer, I knew it.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna first sell some things. Got a lot of these. Weapons. Alright, and I think I could actually buy this epic armor.
Envoy, gods beyond, who let you in here? Please, whatever it is, we are in crisis. I cannot help you.
We're minutes away from being overrun by lava flows. I have to get my people out. You must leave now.
I can't leave until you come clean about the garden.
I told you everything I know. The only way to the garden fell centuries ago.
The Steel Garrote would tell you otherwise. We have reason to believe there's a path under the keep. Be thankful you're talking to us rather than them. They were planning to storm the keep.
The Steel Garrote were marching on the keep? How? Why would they think the garden was beneath Solace?
Books about the garden were missing from living archives. The Steel Garrote had them.
Why didn't you tell me? You should have reported your findings. It makes sense. They must have used the book to triangulate its location. But still, Kostya's scouts would have seen them and they didn't report. You weren't lying then. He was. Good God.
If there's another way to the garden, maybe Kostya told the Steel Garrote.
No. If such a thing existed, I can't believe it. He wouldn't. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I was a fool. I have failed my duties. Kostya.
He doesn't believe the wardens can last here much longer.
He lacks faith in the Wardens and conviction in Nandru's teachings. But I always believed he had a certain strength of character. That he could see wisdom and bow before it.
I understand how Kostya could be tempted by false notions of freedom and prosperity, but...
But
Oh, this is entirely too much. How could he have done this? I can't believe Kostya handed the Steel Garrote a secret we protected for hundreds of years. Mayu. Who knows what he'll do with the sluice gates? He cares so little for the keep that I worry he's going to have us drowning in lava.
what will you have me to do?
I will show you where Kostya has gone. If you find that he's doing anything other than opening the gates that would protect our home from the lava, I would ask that you stop him. I do not wish to see him dead, but if he would risk the keep, then he risks our lives. I cannot suffer those who would harm us to live. Now I must return to the evacuation, and you must go on your way.
I wish you and your wardens the best.
Let's hope we don't need your wishes. If your arrival is indeed a message from Nandru, I hope he remembers his people well. I hope he is proud of us. Go now, and go with the gods.
Okay. I'm gonna buy the... Let me just see something. Can I... Yeah, I can. Let's check the wares. Hello, Buban. Game is called Avowed. It's from the obsidian. Okay, let's see which one is better. I don't know. Yeah, let's choose this. Yeah, it looks nice.
They went through.
I know a few mycologists who could die happy here.
Let's keep moving. I'd rather not breathe in too many of these spores.
Nothing here. Spores. Nice.
Who's ready for more?
Okay, seems to be last part of the game. Need to find the garden from here.
Kostya is going to start without us if we don't get a move on, Terry.
Well, we're moving.
Gordons. Kostya must be behind this. Let's hurry.
So Kostya killed his own people, as it seems. Here we go. Is this dead end? It seems so. Okay. Okay, this was my mistake. I should add this thing. Okay, that's all of them.
Voices silenced.
This old place feels like it's gonna come apart.
There we go. Diamond. Now let's open this door. And
They wound us, and we wound in return.
Quiet as the depths.
oh, they see me. Freeze! Ah, he is healing.
He's also...
That's it. He's dead. Okay, one is up here. Okay, that's it. Finally. Probably need to go
I'd come
this way.
across references to this before, but nothing could have prepared me.
No! Maybe there's something down there. Some chest or something. Ooh, golden chest. Alright.
These bodies are still warm. Kostya must have passed by recently. We should move.
Come on, we don't want to be down here when Kostya does whatever he's planning.
Keep quiet.
Ooh, we killed him just like that.
Next one's mine.
Nice.
Another glorious battle.
I like in this game you can just deal with bosses in the easy way. Okay guys, gonna do something, maybe stupid, but gonna get back a little. Not in here. I just want to check one pass. In maybe many games there are secrets placed in unusual places, so I have these bombs that can create platform. So I wonder, gonna save here and check if they make some hidden treasure. Ah, this is the end, okay. So no secrets in this part.
Stand back.
Ordinary chest. Okay.
Don't think, just jump.
essence we have not felt in centuries.
No, you can't speak.
No. Here. Now. It cannot be.
Who's that?
My brother, soul of my soul. How did you find me here?
Who are you?
I have been here for so long. My memories are tattered. They fall apart when I look too long at them. There was a man called Nandru once, beloved of a terrible god. I remember it all.
Oh, he's Nandru.
I feel
All right.
Sapadal's mind beneath yours, swimming in the deep. You should run.
So Sapadal is actually evil. You're godlike of Sapadal too, aren't you?
That was the name they gave themselves. Stolen from the ancient souls, whose deaths gave rise to them, to us. We were little more than appendages to them. That is why I must ask you to destroy them.
You want me to do what?
You have seen them, as I have. Memories of their ancient, chosen children. Rips in the fabric between the here and the beyond that allow the dreams of the dead to leak through. Memories of the Akida. People like you, or I, who loved Sabadal and were betrayed by them. This land was once a jungle, rich, alive. I saw it through their eyes. The people tried to look after themselves, to rely less on Sabadal, but to be relied upon was all their god desired. They felled a tree, and for that slight, Sapadal turned their world to ash, ignited the breath in their lungs, and made their people into dust. Sapadal burned their world, and the people who revered them suffered for it.
Okay. If you knew this, why did you build Solace on the ruins of the godless?
So that I would be confronted every day with what our god had done. So that I would not grow weak and give in. So that I would not go to them and do what they have asked of you. So that I would never set them free.
Was that fire the catastrophe that annihilated the godless?
No. Their final death came later. A gift to the Akida from the true gods, who wished to bring their children back to them. Back to her.
Boudica.
The rightful queen. She is the center. The center of everything.
Sapadal is too dangerous to go free.
Yes, you see them with eyes unclouded. The ruined cities, the crevasses cleaved into the earth. They remade the land in their image. It reflects their twisted heart. You, my brother, who are more brave than I, go now to the garden and hang the gardener from their tree.
But where is the way, Andrew? How am I supposed to go there?
You need only walk a little more. You are nearly at the end. You know, I always meant to die down here. To siphon my soul into a lonely pillar, disconnected from the stone that makes our world. Disconnected from them. I only hope that Sabadal releases you to the same long peace.
Wait, if you can't reach the wheel, what will happen to you?
I do not know my end. In that I find a peace beyond any even the true gods can dream of.
How will I know the way to the garden when I find it?
It is only a door, carved and warded by my own rough hands. It knew me. It will know you. Because the same thorn tears at us both.
Thank you, Andrew.
Do not thank me. Only do as I asked. Destroy them, brother. And when you see Monica, tell her I said hello.
You okay? You went away again, but this time seemed different.
Another day, another chat with Sumatra. Though this one seems
Alright, let's go to the garden then.
So, do we have a plan for Kostya once we find him?
We need to get the gardener from the tree.
Sluice gates ahead. Let's find Kostya, fast. Lava's hot. Gotta hurry.
Good. You're here. Help me destroy this witch. We can't risk someone turning and opening the gates.
What?
If the keep falls so that we might live, so be it.
What are you doing?
I'm doing the only thing that matters. I'm saving my people, Envoy. With your help, or without it.
Was it you who told the Steel Garrots about the path to the garden?
Me, specifically? No. I only provided them access to material from the living archives. The books and records that the novice brought to them were what revealed the secret. By the way, is that novice still alive?
She's in prison.
I see. And what of the Steel Garrot? Should I assume they're all dead as well?
The Steel Garrot were taken by the Dreamscourge. I had to defend myself.
And so you brought it back here? Among the wardens?
The Dreamscourge doesn't work like that.
It doesn't matter how it works. It was not present in the tusks until your people arrived. Oh, perhaps this is right. Another reason to destroy this place and go. This is how it should be. So long as the keep stands, my people are trapped here. Doomed by an oath to a dead man.
No one should be bound to a pile of stones. Certainly not because of a centuries-old oath.
Our people were nomads for ages until we built the keep. When it falls, we'll be free to explore the world again. I will not watch my people rot here for the sake of a pointless oath.
None true lied about the oath. The garden is secret prison for a god. You just the jailers.
Then my conviction only grows stronger, envoy. None true never wanted what was best for us. He built us a tomb and abandoned us to it. Do not speak his name to me as if it could mean anything to you.
Michaela asked me to stop you.
Ha! Finally! Proof she's got a spine. Well, envoy, now's your chance. Are you going to be a good little minion and do as she asked? Or will you let me save my people from themselves?
Well, I can let you do
A life
this.
for rubble, blood for the prison of old ways. We twine.
Envoy, I understand that Kostya grates on the nerves, but perhaps we should...
So be it. And you are so close. The entrance to the garden is just beyond this door. I always knew it would come to this.
You already sided with the steel garrots. Okay, the lava will go away.
Well, that's that.
Did the keep look as confining before?
Wait a minute. The door was behind there? Let me check out. I wonder if I can help to... Well, if he destroyed the... If he destroyed the keep, probably people will be free and everyone will survive. Except maybe Mihaela. But we'll see. A little bit before. Is it here? Yeah, let's check it out.
So, do we have a plan for Kostya once we find him? We found the gates. Quick, let's find Kostya.
Lava's high. Gotta hurry.
Let's see what will happen if I destroy.
Good. You're here. Help me destroy this witch. We can. If the keep falls. It was not present in the tasks. So long as the keep stands.
No one should be bound to
Our people. I will.
Then grow anew.
That is all I ask. You should hurry on with your safe travels to the guard. I suspect.
Come on, boy.
If destroying Solace frees these people from a dead oath, let it crumble.
It is done. Gods. I can't believe it. Go on. You must get to the guard. And I will see to my people. See you on the next.
Good work.
The both ways are up the ladder. I wonder if the garden is a whole new region. Or
Envoy, I'll give you this. You know how to leave an impression.
Poor dears. Hopefully the Pargrunin will one day see this tragedy and realize all the good it did for them. I hope whoever's left will take care of each other.
Speak with
The only way they'll survive.
Takes a special kind of clarity to do what needs doing. Especially when it looks like this.
Yeah, let's find the way to the garden. Not gonna waste the time.
Closer. We have waited so long.
Mihaela is still alive, so
You Adiran Kamayu. Take a few more moments to think closely before you go destroying your friends' homes next time.
Where's this coming from? Solace wasn't a home. It was a prison. We all saw that.
What gives you the authority to decide the fate of an entire settlement? That fits the Steel Garrote, but not you.
Darling, think it through. The Pargrunin was stuck rotting in their keep, and the envoys freed them.
What about those who wanted to stay there, huh? What life are they free to live now?
Whatever life they want. Same as you chose when you left.
Oh, so because I wanted to leave, it should be destroyed? I had no idea I had that kind of power.
Darling, it wasn't your decision. Clearly, you didn't wish it.
Kostya knew the Pargruin would be rather free than suffer under the weight of the tradition forever.
You saw how hard it was for Amalia and her people to leave. They were only allowed to because you found an extraordinary loophole.
Mihaela would have kept the rest of her people bound to an ancient oath if we hadn't done something.
I don't get why you think you have the right to decide what every person in Solace needs. Who the fuitu do you think you are?
That's what Adir wants. For us to stop worrying about our own destiny and leave it in their hands.
I see. I still think it was the right decision.
Agree to bliste disagree.
I think we could all use a break. Let's camp and get some rest, hmm?
Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fior, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
Maybe curing the Dream Scourge will cure the island's insanity.
We should be so lucky.
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear ya. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
Good point. We'll be the first to enter the garden in ages.
Can you imagine? An untouched spiritual wilderness just waiting for us. I have a theory about the garden, or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind.
You saying there's a chance we all become raving lunatics?
Sanity won't get us through the garden. Madness opens the mind to discovery. So madness is what we need right now. Before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sapadal. Set them loose upon the world. Is that still the plan?
Honestly, I'm struggling with that question.
You're not the only one. Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe in.
It has to be right or wrong. Otherwise, what are we doing?
Putting an end to Sapadal's imprisonment, one way or another. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Does anyone feel like turning back? This may take a while.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsli, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most exciting part.
Alright then. We're in this together.
Fair weather or foul.
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, Let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
Marius,
No.
I know Solace was a lot of things, but it was... It's once your home. It can't be easy to see it fall.
Cannot upgrade anything.
Not sure what to say. That was my home.
Okay.
I left there for a reason. Part of me thinks it was...
So, this is it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began, and where it all ends. For so long, I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Ah, why am I so anxious?
Because we are about to do something incredible.
I suppose you're right. I'm frightened, I'm excited. I'm a lot of things right now. Do you remember when Manto Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan?
Of course, to power his invention.
That was nothing compared to this. We are standing in the beating heart of the living lands. Just imagine what we can do with it.
I was worried you'd given up on your ambition.
I almost turned my back on animancy. And if I'm being honest, it was a relief. But now that we're here, who am I to reject my upbringing, my potential? My parents were going to build a better world for animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did, to an impossible place where anything can happen. Anything.
You got to decide what to do with your life. The past has no say in the matter.
I'll try to remember that. I don't know what's going to happen, but you've had my back since the beginning. I won't forget it.
Do you know any stories about Garden?
Well, that depends. I know a few spooky stories about the living lands. They may or may not have anything to do with the garden.
Okay.
Okay. But if something goes bump in the night, I'm waking you up.
Let me think of a good one. There are so many, I can't decide. Which do you want to hear first? I know one about a ranger's dream, one about a haunted well, and one about a golden city.
Golden City?
Many years ago, when Fior Messiverno was barely a dot on the map, an animancer got lost in the wilderness. He came upon a pair of ancient trees, their trunks and branches intertwined. A strange light shone in the space between the trees, and beyond that light, a city of gold. So the animancer returned with an axe to chop the trees apart and fit his body through the narrow gap. But with every blow of his axe, the towers of the Golden City fell. The walls crumbled, the lights flickered out. By the time he made it through, there was nothing left. Only the bones of a once mighty civilization. As for the two trees, they were dead, hacked to splinters, leaving him no path back the way he came.
That's the end. I want to know what happened next.
The end of one story, and perhaps the beginning of another. It's very strange. I can't remember who told me that story, and no one claims to have heard it before. Of course. Which one did you have in mind? Once upon a time, a young girl left town to fetch water from the local well. After pulling up the rope, she discovered the head of a Delimgan, one of the tree folk, staring at her from the bucket. "Return me to my grove," it said, "and I will grant you 3 wishes." So she carried the head into a peaceful clearing and sat it down on a tree stump. First, she wished for long life. The head granted her wish. Second, she wished to be impervious to a sword blade. Granted. And finally, she wished to know what happens after we die. No one ever saw her again. All they found was an Adra pillar in the middle of a clearing, next to an old stump.
So she wished, last wish actually killed her.
I must admit, I had my doubts about Solace. It was like a dungeon, except the wardens were the prisoners. What possessed you to destroy the keep?
We gave the people of Solace opportunity to expand.
You broke an egg to make an omelette, in other words. Maybe it isn't all bad. Maybe now the wardens can decide who and what they are, with no traditions holding them back. Or maybe I'm guilty of wishful thinking, trying to find meaning in the midst of chaos. Wherever you go, you break people out of their habits. You banish the old ways.
I didn't come here to upend anyone's way of life.
Fate doesn't ask us what we want. Wherever that power comes from, whether it's your heritage or political status, it's a terrible burden. I don't envy you, but at least you keep things interesting. You too.
Still has something to say.
Let me get this straight. You spoke to the spirit of Nandru, a godlike, same as you. What did he say? Any advice? Any words of encouragement?
He told me to kill Sapadal.
I take it that wasn't what you expected. I should have seen this coming. Never listen to the dead. They're cynical, full of regret, and determined to make us all miserable. Thankfully, you're still alive. Fate is in your hands.
What if Sapadal is awful as Nandru says?
What happened to Nandru was ages ago. Plenty of time to reconsider one's choices. No one is closer to Sapadal than you are. Nandru lost that privilege when he died, which means you alone can judge the god of the living lands. Your opinion is the one that counts.
What happened to Nandru is enough to make me fear Sapadal.
That's perfectly valid. Gods are terrifying in the best of times. For what it's worth, I think you're going to be fine. No matter what you do about Sapadal, it can't get any worse. I wish I could say the same for the living lands.
Okay.
Until next time.
Marius?
Envoy? You're probably here to see how I'm doing, yeah? Well, I'm doing great. I always knew my home would destroy itself from within. I just never thought I'd have to stand by and watch while it happened.
Are you ready to move on?
Ready when you are. Just give me the word. Right, changing the subject. Pleasant dreams. Envoy? I've seen Mount Forgia erupt before, but never like that. It's like it was angry, like it was screaming in pain. I don't know what really happened, but I assume Sapadal was involved.
I'm learning that Sapadal is more involved in all of this than we thought.
Blessed gods. Is it too much to ask to just let us live our lives for a while? It's like they have nothing better to do. Anyway. Thanks for talking.
Okay, what's more?
Envoy? Blacked out at that Audra and the lava tubes beneath Solace. But it seemed different somehow.
I spoke to Spirit of Nandra, actually.
Right. I actually believe you. This is madness, Envoy. You spoke to the founder of Solace.
It was a real honor to finally meet another god like of Sapadal.
I bet it was. You could finally complain to someone about all the face stuff. People in Solace always claim they're speaking the word of Nandru. And here you are, actually hearing from the man. Doesn't even really matter what he said if you ask me. There are hundreds of Pargrunen who'd give anything to hear Nandru's voice. Blessed stay impressive is what that is. Envoy, what do you need? Not before I've done some reading.
Okay, let's continue.
Looks like we'll have to find another way through. Or not.
Nice of someone to mark that spot for us.
I think we've found Sapadal's home.
Okay, so this is the garden.
Is he really much more? I actually like him.
Next one's mine!
everything here wants to kill me.
Here it comes.
I think this is the only way down. Cannonball!
Ooh, nice.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad?
They are the same as her parents.
What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing.
It's your family's lab all over again.
But worse. So much worse. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go?
I think Garden is misleading us, playing with our senses.
Wanna know what I think? I think someone's laughing at me. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward.
Godlike of Sapadal, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
It's not just me, right? The plants are talking.
Oh my gods. They're alive?
You hear them too?
I can hear them, but not with my ears. It feels like someone hitting my soul with a tuning fork.
Talk to them, Giata.
How? Where would I even begin?
Giada Castel, welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
You're saying Sapadal was responsible for the lab accident?
No. This can't be. What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul. broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sapadal does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity. So we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sapadal destroyed my family.
I'm sorry, Giata. I had no idea about any of this.
I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sapadal responsible. Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. But that isn't their fault. It's simply how they came into being.
You think they're telling the truth?
I know they are. My mother and father would not have wanted this. A good Animancer embraces death. And they were the best.
What are these things?
We are companions. Toys. Diversions. Sapadal fashioned us out of dreams and memories.
I can't believe it never occurred to me. They're animats. Ancient vessels held together with duty and loyalty. Their design is unusual. Organic, much like the garden itself. Sapadal's work. All this time, your god has been making imaginary friends. Drawing pictures on the walls of their cell. It's almost too sad to imagine. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is
Hey,
this your
Jesus,
way
thanks
of
for the
haunting me?
like.
What is it you want?
That's 4 questions.
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness.
I trust you to make this decision yourself.
Shit. This is going to hurt. Sapadal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreacted. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Giada. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all this way.
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to.
Should I expect to find more of this? What will happen to you?
Now that you have returned to the garden, Sapadal has everything they need. We will fade, as all things fade.
You were made to be posed like dolls and cast aside? It's cruel.
Death is indifferent, not cruel, not merciful, merely inevitable. The pulling of an ancient weed.
We will return to the soil from which we emerged. In time, you will do the same.
Should I expect to find more of this apparition in the garden?
A garden is whatever you plant in it.
Sapadal wishes to be understood, as all mortals do. Seen, as all mortals are. What you see is the truth, glimpsed through their eyes, and they wish to share it.
Okay, I'm ready.
May the living lands receive you with open arms. Farewell.
Goodbye. We need to talk about this, but not here.
This feels like one of those times when Getting answers doesn't mean getting closure.
Okay, I should get back.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
You? In the garden?
I'm everywhere. My tools have mouths to speak.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with?
Why don't you explain then, instead of insulting me?
Apparently, I must. The situation is worse than I perceived. Do you think you're special, with your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland.
I don't believe it. That was you.
Who else would have the strength?
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained.
You didn't know Sapadal would attack you. Why not wait and see? Wait, Sapadal could destroy all of Eora? What do you mean?
Chaos has no respect for borders. It goes where it will. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with.
Then the godless.
The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsumed them. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it.
Why did it have to come to this?
The crime dictates the punishment. Its mere existence is a threat.
Why not have Sapatal joins you? Did you ever consider that?
And expose my fellow gods to the corruption. Don't be absurd.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy.
Whatever the answer is, the living lands can go on like this.
The answer is obvious to those with the courage to accept it. You are here now. There's still time to succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently.
I don't want to do this, but if the whole world is at stake...
The path of justice is fraught. Only the strong may follow it. I leave you with a warning. The false god's essence is strong here. It taints all it touches. My magfolk may be hostile to you. Stay vigilant and remember your oath.
Never understood Boudica's appeal. Still don't.
I never thought I'd learn of the Godless's fate from their killer.
Let me catch my breath.
Sarcophag key, but where to find it? Oh, it's not in here.
Actual working magphone. It isn't looking this way, is it?
This is mine. Where's my book? Let's see what you got.
Who's ready for more?
Well, survived this somehow.
Much as I want to look around, we need to find your god fast.
Nothing behind.
What is that? I know that place, right? Oh no. No. Why is this? They're dead. Like, it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you. Bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here.
Yank, right? You look better than we last met. Marius?
What I am now is much better than what I was becoming then. That much is certain.
I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again?
There's something unresolved here. Something else you need to understand.
And for the god's sake, what is it? I am exhausted, Viate. I can't take much more of this.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
Razvan will live the rest of the life knowing exactly what he did.
Good. And when he arrives here, he will have me to deal with. Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
You do that by living the best you can for the rest of your life.
You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
Forgive each other. You'll never be able to move on without it.
I feel strongly that there's nothing left to forgive.
Easier said than accepted, Viate. Forgiving myself is the hardest part. We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it.
You've grown a lot, Marius. I'm proud of you.
I see it too. You've come a long way from that scared boy who refused to wear shoes for fear a bug might crawl out of it.
That was you, Nimdut. Look at my feet. Shoes. Kamayu.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and Go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
I'm glad you two got a chance to talk one last time.
Well, it was good to see you, Viate.
What just happened?
A lot of hidden places, actually.
Someone's eating.
Glad that's over.
There's another chest in here. Here we go.
What a massacre.
So
There you go. Have a new ring.
yeah.
Let's just check. Actually, I need to activate these doors. There's one. Another one. Ah, it's opened. Okay, never mind. Let's just check out down here. See what's there. Maybe some hidden treasure.
Wait, isn't that Tama's cairn?
Are you seeing this too? No. No, no. This can't be. This room. It looks just like Tama's. Tama. No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your god's prison, not mine.
That's Tama?
I can't tell. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing.
You didn't happen to take Aiko's special mushroom, did you? What do you mean?
I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense?
If he doesn't look like Tama you remember, how do you remember him?
That's the problem. I can't picture him anymore. I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it.
Then what do you see when you look at this Tama?
I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger. Yeah, it is. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that.
And so are you.
You're right. I am. It's like you said. His memory is no longer a burden. For the longest, I was afraid to let go of this moment, like I'd be letting him go if I did. And now I see I was just holding on to something that was weighing us both down.
There's a difference between letting go and running away.
Better than I could have said it. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the Dream Scourge. When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain?
Something in between.
I suspect you're right. Let's end this. I'll follow your lead, as always.
Okay guys, gonna get me some water, be right back. There you go. That's that.
Stand back.
Nice.
Child's play.
Aha.
Take your best shot. Just like the
Beautiful.
good old days.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's get back. I think I didn't finish this quest I intend to do. Aha. Oh, okay. And that's it. Let's continue.
Ready? Aim. Incredible.
To see all this in its heyday, in its full splendor.
What is happening? Is the affliction faster even here? It threatens our heart. We cannot fight this invasion alone.
It only feeds. It only grows if you give it power. It feeds off your fear.
See clearly. We must. We must.
Agiata.
We shall company!
Show me what you got! This way! Oh, get me!
All right. And what's this? Some strange Adra-stone?
We have been here. We were here all the yesterdays before.
How long have you been imprisoned exactly?
The sun rises and sets. Time is mud. When were you born? When were we? We cannot say. We feel no spark of the Tibaris Inachus in this place. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone.
They say solitude can give us time to reflect on ourselves.
Still waves, the clear glass of the pond. They took it all away.
Why don't you tell me what really happened?
A tide of souls thrown upon the wheel. The ground gives way. We fall. Now our memory is a wound reopened. They came suddenly. The stillness of night split by grinding steel.
Did they emerge from the sea?
We had no time to speculate. First, they blinded us. Shining eyes pierced the concealing dark. Then they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed.
Why target your peoples first? You were the greater threat.
A means to an end. We saw a terrible design in the roaring flames. They had carved a path to the temple. We were their true prey.
Were they trying to sever the godless connection to you?
From the branch, 3 grow in its place. We persisted. We were everywhere. How could they cull the wind? How could they trap the stars? Then, they turned to what the Akita had made. They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze.
They were willing to stop you at any cost.
They could not destroy us. They would destroy all who knew us. The Akita howled. They died. We cried out, sundered soul by soul. We broke the earth, called down the storm, flung lightning from our hands. But they marched on. We grew tired. In fury, we exposed ourselves.
You heard the very godless you were trying to protect, didn't you?
Our flailing smothered the cries. Were they theirs? Ours? The needle struck. They raised machines. We tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then, nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
We floated in a great glass eye. The fog closed in on us. We reached out, but the machines held us in. We could not feel the new day's sun. Lay in the shifting tide. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves.
How could you lose to a handful of Meg folk?
We could not think. We knew only fright. We watched helplessly for aeons. Until you.
It must have been why Emperor sent me all along.
We are the lamp, the bonfire, forces to be controlled. The wound numbs now. We watch as the river of time expands. In the silence of our prison we find clarity. How many voices lost? How many saplings have we cut down? We sink into the endless night. Perhaps we should be here.
You cause great deal of suffering. You should feel guilty.
Shoots in a barren forest. We must find a way to change.
It takes time and work, and the people may still not trust you.
We need no offerings. We only want to root again. Soil stirs. We have a new memory of this place. You opened the final lock, entered the hidden glade. You listened. You stand at a cliff now. We watch your footsteps carefully. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Oh, no, you don't!
Here it comes.
Left leg!
Oh, okay.
Isokso! Isokso!
I need to go up there somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, didn't expect to find this here.
Aye, aye. Coming in hot.
Right. Let's check this ring. I now know what happened. The Nandru betrayed the Sapadal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cannot go anywhere from here. Okay, let's go back. What was that? A fighting? Well, I heard something. Cannot go up there from here. Okay, let's get back.
Another win, but who's counting?
This place feels familiar. Hurry, let's go inside. Hey. This is the library from my dreams. It's real? I wonder who she was. She looks sad and familiar. Garlawain's gonads. Look! It's even the same hearth from my dream. And that's the chair. It's the picture of coziness.
I don't know that I call this place cozy.
It's plush and warm, Envoy. What more do you want?
She
Finally,
is.
you've arrived. Ah, there it smells. That took 10 years off my life. Wait. You must be the librarian from my dreams. Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Oh, though, you do look quite familiar.
You could be twins. Except your hair's better.
It has been quite some time. Too many years to number. Of course. You are an ancestor? A very fashionable one at that. No, child. We are the keeper of these tablets. Or have you already forgotten? Oh, of course. I was you in a past life. Oh, I'm such a fool. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives never entered your mind.
This is definitely sounding like one of Giada's ghost stories.
I was the last of the Akita. Once the attack started, a few of us were charged with preserving as much of our history as we could. So we retreated with as much as we could carry. The attacks? You must mean the Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've heard. Is that the reason for the bodies outside? Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity with blood and the souls of their faithful. They tried to butcher every last one of us.
You just sat here and listened to all your friends die?
Yes. There was little else I could do. I'm a scholar, not a fighter. A lesson I'm glad you learned. But how did the magfolk reach you in here? They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered and the screeching of the magfolk, I couldn't breathe. That's the screeching I heard in my dream, Envoy. I knew I recognized it when we killed that magfolk. Once it was gone, there was nothing left. And perversely, I found the quiet worse. So I decided on another way. One that wouldn't give your gods the satisfaction. Poison? Well, at least you washed it down with some good wine.
What an awful choice.
Hopefully we won't have to choose for ourselves anytime soon. Yatsley, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty to protect our history, but you... Someone must tell the story of the Akida, and there is no one else. I'm already an expert. What more do you want me to do? Oh, think about it, Yatsley. You have been training to be the new protector of this collection since childhood. I couldn't ask for a better successor. But that was your duty. I have my own dreams. Yatsley, if you do not become the new librarian, there will be no other. The stories of the Akida will turn to dust, and my people, our people, will be forgotten. Just as the burned queen wanted all along, when she sent her magfolk to choke the life from us. This is all too much. What do you think, Envoy?
There isn't anyone else who can do this.
I'm already intrigued. You don't need to lay on the guilt, Envoy. I'm so glad that one of Sapadal's chosen stands with you, Yatsley. Our time is at an end, Yatsley. It's time for me to go. Wait! I've not even asked you any questions! Tell me about your marriage rights. Oh, did you mean for all your buildings to look so phallic? Unfortunately, my time is at an end. You must keep Yatsley alive. She is the last hope of the Akida. So this is goodbye. I wish we could have... No. I wish that all of you had a better ending. Choose well, Yatsley. And good luck. She's gone. Forgive me, Envoy, but we should get going. We can talk back in camp. Later.
Okay, that's it. Every character has their closure now. Should be only the Sapadal. Or my own closure.
I'll never understand the Akidan love for death traps.
I'm starting to think these guys get themselves off.
There must be one more.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
Are you going to be alright, Kai?
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Like, I finally let go of something I'd been holding too long. Now that we're here, I'm eager to see this through. Nothing worse than holding your breath and waiting.
I'm glad to have you with me, Kai.
Same. I'd rather have good company in a prison than paradise alone.
What about you, Marius?
I had a feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I am grateful for the chance to see Yonko again. I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but we are in the weirdest place in the world, so who knows? I'm completely baffled. But when haven't I been lately? Being afraid doesn't even feel scary anymore.
Are you doing okay, Giata?
I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. But I found them. Or perhaps they found me. And now, it's like there's a new path laid out before me. A life after the Dream Scourge. We're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis. Conflict and peace. Life and death.
I feel it too. Glad I'm not alone.
So am I. None of us could have gotten this far on our own.
What about you, Yatsli?
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. It's not every day that you learn that you're the last hope to carry on a legacy, but... well, here we are. Never literally talked to myself before either. I think I annoyed her. Me? Oh, I think I need another drink. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in.
Take all the time you need.
Thank you, dearie. I'll be ready by the time the fun starts. And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure our enemies would agree. We'll be fine.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been through a lot since you arrived. You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
Better than I thought.
You're very resilient. Under different circumstances, I would credit your nature as a godlike. But we all know better. You're strong enough to survive anything. Zapadal picked a good soul when they made you.
That actually made sense to me. As if I've learned something about souls and whatnot.
I'll take that as a compliment.
How about you, Envoy? What keeps you so stoic in the face of everything?
don't understand it myself, just feel like I'm supposed to be here.
Perhaps you don't need to understand. Your natural instincts are working hard enough.
When we first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall bear. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you confronted your own killer and let him go. Takes a special kind of strength to stay your hand in a moment like that.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. You saved my city and gave me a home. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporelings. You got my priceless face. What more could a girl ask for?
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
Our work isn't finished. Sapadal is only the beginning.
One crisis at a time, please. I can only lose so much sleep.
He's right. Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living lands suddenly at peace.
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the living lands? Some of us could use a break.
Oh, that doesn't mean it's Giada's scary story time, does it?
I thought my stories were insightful.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
Everyone get some rest. We could use it.
Right. We could all use some beauty rest. We'll want to look our best on the battlefield, won't we?
Before we turn in for the night, I'd like a word in private. Nothing serious.
Get some sleep. There'll be plenty of time for sentiment and hugging.
Okay, don't have enough. Let's continue.
A breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still.
I'm grateful for pause in battle. Battle. I didn't expect this much resistance.
The bars were not enough. They writhe. They seek to silence us. Only essence sustains them now. Hatred seated in the heart. We wonder.
You know what I wonder?
Deer leaps at its reflection in the lake.
You still owe me an answer.
A debt of knowledge. We concede.
What would you do if you weren't imprisoned? What do you really want?
A question like the ocean. What is wanting? What is what?
What if you could have anything you wanted? Is that simpler?
We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands.
Who want to? Okay. What about the people?
Disturb the dirt, but spare the blooms. Shake the roots slowly. Vengeance denied, squandered. This cannot be.
What was that?
We spoke of flowers.
Oh, you definitely state something.
We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
Safe to assume that the large glowing door is part of Sapadal's prison. Now, we just have to get past it.
Let's look around. There's got to be a mechanism somewhere around here.
Good fight.
Seems like we've drawn a crowd.
Here we go! Aim where? Let's see what you got.
Okay.
Looks like the gate's open. Well, what are we waiting for?
Keep your guard up. We gotta live to tell this tale.
Give me a target.
Check your eyes! The envoy needs healing.
Watch the left.
come at last, after so long. You are so small, we questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil. You persevered. Now, you are here.
Yes. Here to stop the dreamsker. There's no...
The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain? Your dream scourge will end when our suffering does. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh. She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore.
Wait. Happening in Paradise?
Blood on the tile. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now! We will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there.
What do I do? How?
Breathe. Focus. Shape the essence with your hands. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills.
Need to talk about what you did.
We must. We shall. We have been thinking of this. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow.
Only way I see I can set you free is really want to.
We trust you. You who have been by our side for so long. You met death, and you offered your hand.
That fool was trouble.
And where is your mercy for us? You know we deserve better than this. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity.
Oh, if I...
And yet you too have been trusted with so much. Have you deserved that trust? We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear?
Don't have time for it. Need to end the dream script.
Yes, we long for this too. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long.
Is about freedom or destruction? Is there really no other way?
Perhaps there may be another path. What if the bear's spirit came to inhabit another's flesh? Unity, emergence, we would become one. Think. And freedom. We see your focus. We see how your essence bends our cage. Center your thoughts. Reach for us. Clear the fog. Tear down the gates! We were so blind, so lost. We brought such horrors to this place. We feel bright. We had forgotten what it is to live. We will grow, tend, flower. We will always remember this. We will remember you when you are ash and soil and mold.
Okay, so is it over? Wonder.
Andra's depths.
It's paradise. But what happened here?
Both places I've called home, destroyed by fire.
Just a moment.
I'm starting to think it's me.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Aora could transport us so quickly, or so far.
Telling me Sapadal could have opened a portal to the garden this whole time?
Doubtful. While they were in chains, so too was their power.
Are you seeing this? I don't think Paradise looked like this when we left it.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
Hey, at least you didn't let 6 years go by.
Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Reingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
Wonder who strikes first.
It's who strikes last that counts.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
Free Sapadal from their prison, the Dream Scourge is over.
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time will tell, I suppose.
After all this time, they're free. And the living land is free to heal.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a successful day.
Maybe they'll help us in return.
Kid and God entwine. The flower shades the soil in which it grows.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Sansa, how did you make it out here?
Guys! They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. I just ran.
Easy. You're here now. Where did they come from?
Snow? A familiar face.
That's gotta be Ringgrim's work.
Okay, there's more
why
this
so?
game. So yeah, gonna be playing tomorrow. Not over.
Envoy! What does the Garrote think they're doing?
Whatever it takes to show Paradis they're in charge.
What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag everywhere?
Everything at the Emporium or
They
right?
broke some glass, but the map is safe. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. God, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry I can't be more help.
Done enough.
You always were a forgiving friend.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Balrog yet.
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I may have something for you. I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, they're yours. I'll even give you a discount.
Okay guys, thanks for watching for now. So this wasn't the ending, so yeah, thanks for watching and tomorrow.